In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and dense forest, life moved slowly, marked by the rhythm of the sun, the crops, and the livestock. The villagers lived simply, trusting in the wisdom of their elders and the guidance of nature. Among them was Ruva, a young woman known for her curiosity and courage, and Rufaro, her loyal friend, who always kept a protective eye on her. But lately, a shadow had crept into the village. Whispers floated in the night air, faint at first, like the wind through the trees. Soon, people began to speak of Zenioka, a witch who could know their secrets, who whispered what should remain hidden, and turned neighbors against one another with her dark knowledge. Ruva first noticed the witch one night when she was alone. While fetching water, she heard a voice softly call her name, repeating things only she knew, her private thoughts, her fears, secrets she had never shared with anyone. She froze, clutching her clay pot, heart racing. Shadows shifted among the trees, and a cold wind brushed her neck. The next day, she told Rufaro, who insisted on investigating. No one should live in fear of such whispers, he said. That evening, under the fading light, they approached the forest's edge, the wind carrying a faint, sibilant sound. There, between the twisting branches, a figure in a dark cloak watched them, Zenioka. Her eyes glowed like embers, and her lips moved in silence, yet the whispers of the villagers' secrets seemed to flow from her. Meanwhile, the villagers began to distrust one another. Friends argued over trivial matters, spouses accused each other of betrayals that never happened. Fear took root. Ruva and Rufaro, realizing the witch's power, sought the counsel of Mama Tendi, the village elder. You cannot fight her with anger, Mama Tendi warned. Zenioka feeds on what you hide. She grows stronger with every secret you fear to speak aloud. But courage, truth, and protection can shield you. Mama Tendi handed Ruva a small amulet carved from the wood of the sacred Irako tree. This will protect you, she said. But only you can face her. Only truth can break the spell. That night, Ruva, Rufaro, and Ruva's mischievous cousin Nyasha ventured into the forest under a full moon. The trees loomed like silent sentinels, and the whispering voices grew louder, twisting and echoing in ways that unnerved even the bravest hearts. The witch appeared before them, her cloak flowing like smoke, eyes piercing, her voice a hiss of secrets. She knows everything, whispered Nyasha, trembling. She knows what we all fear. Zenioka's whispers tried to ensnare them. Ruva felt the pull of her own secret, a fear that could isolate her from the village forever. But clutching the amulet, she whispered the truth aloud. I will not fear what I cannot hide. I will not let you control me. The witch recoiled as the charm glowed, her whispers faltering. Rufaro and Nyasha seized the moment, creating a distraction, while Ruva confronted Zenioka directly. With courage and clarity, she revealed her deepest fear and declared it openly. The forest trembled, shadows faltered, and Zenioka's form shattered into mist, vanishing like smoke into the night. The next morning, the village awoke to light and peace. The whispers had gone, replaced by the gentle sounds of life, the clatter of pots, the bleating of goats, and the laughter of children. Ruva held the amulet close, a reminder that courage and truth could protect even the most vulnerable. From that day, the villagers spoke freely, trusting one another, and never again did they fear the witch who whispered their secrets. Ruva's tale spread across the hills, a story of bravery, honesty, and the power of confronting one's fears. And in the deepest shadows of the forest, a faint whisper remained, not of secrets, but of a warning: the witch may sleep, but she is never gone. In the days that followed, the village of Chisomo carried an uneasy silence. A silence that felt too heavy, too deliberate. As though the trees themselves were listening. The elders tried to return life to normal. Children fetched water at the river's edge. Women pounded maize beneath the warm morning sun. And the men repaired the cattle pens destroyed during the chaos. But despite the calm, everyone walked as if afraid their footsteps might wake something ancient. Tariro, now more respected than ever, was seen often wandering near the edge of the forest. Not out of fear, but out of duty. She felt the witch's presence faintly, like a distant echo tugging at her soul. The price of knowing the truth, she realized, was never truly forgetting it. One afternoon, the wind shifted. Cold. Sharp. Unnatural. The kind of wind that did not belong in the hot season. Ruva froze. Behind her, the leaves trembled though there was no breeze. Then she heard it. A whisper, soft as breath on glass. Her name? Ruva. She spun around, but there was no one. Only the towering forest, dark and quiet. She swallowed hard. "Leave my village," she whispered back. Her voice cracked slightly, but her spine remained firm. The forest answered with a faint laugh. A laugh she remembered too well. It slithered between the trees, echoed down the dry ravine, and curled itself into the soil beneath her bare feet. The laugh faded, but the dread remained. That night, the fires in Chisomo seemed to burn lower than usual. Families huddled close to their hearts, telling old tales to keep the darkness away. But outside, unseen by any villager, the shadows shifted. Something walked along the tree line. Slowly, deliberately. Its silhouette stretching unnaturally under the moonlight. A figure with a bent spine, hair like tangled roots, and eyes that glowed faintly in the dark. She did not enter the village. She simply watched and smiled. The next morning, Elder Merua called a community meeting. "We must strengthen the boundary rituals," he announced. "The witch rests, but her spirit walks." The villagers murmured in fear. Kuda raised his hand. "But we defeated her, didn't we?" "No," Elder Merua replied softly. "We silenced her, for a time." The elders placed charms around the village. Bundles of herbs, carved stones, and braided strings dipped in sacred oils. But even they knew, charms do not stop a witch whose power feeds on the truth people hide. Meanwhile, strange things began happening in the village again. But the strange things happening in Chisomo were only the beginning.